As a small business owner, have you ever felt overwhelmed by the pressure of choosing the right hire or leading a team? Or have you ever found yourself tolerating a bad hire because you fear trying and failing again as you repeat the hiring process? If so, you're not alone, and you are in the right place. Welcome to the Growing Your Team podcast. The Growing Your Team podcast teaches business owners like you to expand your unique business by teaching you to master the hiring and team management process. Hiring and managing a team does not have to be a challenge. You just have to learn to do it right. And the Growing Your Team podcast teaches you how to become a confident leader who hires right every single time. Now, let's jump into the show where each episode you will learn tips on how to identify what type of help you need on your team, how to source amazing candidates, how to conduct interviews that lead you to your ideal team member, how to onboard successfully, and how to lead every person in your business so you have a team of rock stars who you are happy to pay every single paycheck. So let's jump in and teach you how to hire like a pro. Hello, Jamie Van Kuyk here, and welcome back to the Growing Your Team podcast. Today, we're going to talk about job posts, and more specifically, we're going to talk about common mistakes and errors that I see companies make in their job post. So if you're following Growing Your Team over on Instagram, you will see that occasionally we put out job post audits where we look at job posts that we came across on job sites to kind of tell you and show you things that are wrong in these job posts and ways that you can enhance your job posts to make things better and avoid these mistakes. So we're going to talk about some of the common mistakes that I see that really hold companies back when it comes to attracting the right candidates, and how when you don't make these mistakes, you become so much closer to getting the right people to apply. So today, I'm going to share with you 3 common mistakes that I see across so many job posts. All right. So the first common error that I see a lot of companies make with their job post is they don't include pay. As we talked about back in episode 128, you really should include pay on a job post. Why? Plain and simple, people work for a paycheck. While the amount needed to fulfill someone's basic needs will differ from person to person, one thing is true. Candidates always aim to sustain or improve their financial situation when they find a new job. Yes, there might be some exceptions there where people say they can go down a little bit, but majority of people want to sustain or improve their financial situation. Candidates do not want to waste their time going through an interview process only to find out that they cannot afford to take a job. So you need to be transparent and list the pay in the designated fields in each job board. So almost every job board that I have seen, it has a specific field where you can include pay. This is important because then it allows candidates to sort jobs based on their pay needs. So they know right away if your opportunity is a fit for them or not. When you don't include pay, people might not apply, especially you being a small business. They might not apply because they might think that you're going to be paying too low for their needs. Or you might get candidates that go all the way through the process that then have to turn down an opportunity because the pay doesn't work for them. Or even if they don't make it all the way through the process, you might have scheduled that first interview, being excited about a candidate, and then the conversation of pay comes up and it's just not a fit. So you want to avoid all that and be transparent. Another reason to include pay is that, for example, on Indeed, and I think some other job boards do this as well, they put in there what they believe is estimated pay for your position based on the details that you included in your location. Candidates might or might not see this number as something that Indeed added or the job board added and might view it as the actual pay level for this position. If that's the case, you could have candidates applying who think that you're offering pay different than what you actually are because Indeed kind of filled in the blanks. You don't want job boards filling in the blanks for you. Put the pay. If you don't know what your budget is for the position, figure that out before you list the job, because this is an important part of the position. You need to know your pay level and what you're paying and what you can afford before you start the hiring process. So it should never be a mystery. All right. Mistake number 2 that I see made all the time is including unneeded requirements. The requirements that you list in a job post should be make or break. If a candidate meets these requirements, they are in the running. If they don't, they are not a fit for the role. So you need to ask yourself, why does this requirement matter for this job? If you cannot think of a good reason, don't list it. For example, many companies list an education requirement when hands-on experience is really the true experience that they are looking for. And we talked about this in an episode a little while back, in episode 118, about why you shouldn't require candidates to have a degree. And in that episode, we talked about both sides of it, of when you should and when you shouldn't. So if you want more about that requirement, go listen to that episode. So requirements should really be make or break. If you have this experience, if you have this skill, if you have this education, you're in the running. If you don't, you're not. There are sometimes in requirements that we will list what are called preferred requirements. And these are items that you would like your ideal candidate to have, but you're flexible, meaning that we'll train you in these gaps if they exist. But if you have all the required requirements, you're in the running. When you include these preferred requirements, they should be clearly labeled as preferred. All right. So the last common job post error that we're going to talk about today is job posts that are hard to skim. Yes, grammar and details are essential, but the ability to skim a job post is more important. Candidates want to quickly see if a position is right for them. It's not that they're lazy or lack attention to detail. It's often that your job post is one of many job posts that they will be exploring in one sitting. So bullet points, short paragraphs, and the bolding of important information will help your opening connect to the right candidates. So you want to make sure that they can skim. That allows them to pick up on the important detail right away and then read more information. If a candidate can't skim, I've seen job posts that are just a huge block of information. They're going to be like, I have no idea what this job is. I don't know. I might skip it. There's too much here. Can't make sense of it. I don't have time when there's 50 other jobs that I could be applying to. So you want to entice the candidate to keep reading because it's easy to skim and you're putting all the needed information right in front of them. All right, so those were 3 of the top common job post errors that I see people make when they go to post their job. I actually have a list of the 10 most common job post errors that people make when they go to post a job. If you want to see this list of all 10, you can get your hands on it through purchasing the job post template that is for sale in the Growing Your Team product shop. This is one of the bonuses that's included with that job post template. So not only will you have everything that you need to be guided to write the perfect job post, but then you'll also be reminded of the top 10 errors that we see all the time in job posts, whether these are job posts our clients provide us when we start the process or that we're seeing out there on job boards. In addition to getting your hands on these top 10 common job post errors when you buy the template, you will also get the top 10 places that you should post your job and how to determine if these places are right for your opening. So if you're interested in getting your hands on this, head on over to growingyourteam.com/shop. And you can explore the job post templates and everything else we have to offer over in the Growing Your Team product shop. We also have email templates, bundles, and even free resources for you to download and start using right away. All right, so that wraps up everything for today. As I mentioned, we have 10 common job post errors that we typically see. These are just 3 of them. And we hope that you take this information and use it so that way you can write the job post that will attract your ideal candidate with ease. Are you getting ready to hire and you wrote a job posting for your open position, but now you're left wondering, will it attract the right candidates? Hiring isn't as simple as telling people that you're hiring and having your perfect candidate show up ready to fill the role. Hiring just doesn't work that way, especially in the current market. The best candidates only apply to the positions that appear to be the right fit for them. If they don't find a connection between their job wants and your job posting, they'll skip over and go to the next opportunity. And in many cases, the reality is it's not the job isn't what they're looking for. It's that the job posting just didn't hit the mark. So is your job posting helping candidates see that your opening is right for them, or is it turning candidates away for all the wrong reasons? Let's find out. I am currently offering Will Your Job Posting Attract the Right Candidates audit. Through this audit, I will review your job posting, and I will tell you what's working and what needs to change so you can attract your ideal candidates. So if you want your job posting reviewed by an expert before it goes live, or if you have a job posting that just is not hitting the mark in the current market, sign up for an audit. Let's review it and make the changes needed so you can attract your perfect fit team member. Because remember, you can't hire a candidate who never applies for your job. And most candidates won't apply if they don't feel connected to the job posting. So let's make sure you have a job posting that will attract all the right candidates and help you make this hiring journey easier. Go to growingyourteam.com/audit and sign up for your audit today. Once again, that's growingyourteam.com/audit.